Hey, Western Michigan student athletes, welcome to Influencer. My name's Sean Kelly. I'm here from the Influencer team. I'm going to walk you through the Influencer app and show you how to access your team content and also how to report transactions from opportunities that you have in the NIL space to compliance staff at Western Michigan. So when you do receive your invitation via text message and email, you'll go ahead and click the link to download the app straight from the App Store. If you also search Influencer INFLCR in the App Store, you'll be able to download the app straight to your phone. And then from there, you'll be able to create your account from the link in the invite to then connect your social media accounts and then create your password and get started here with Influencer. So when you do so, you'll be brought here to a homepage that's going to look similar to what you see here on my screen. You'll be able to explore your content there at the top. So anytime after a game or a competition that you have and you're looking around for an image from that big shot or big play you made, you'll be able to go into Influencer and access content that you're tagged in via our tagging mechanisms of facial recognition and jersey number tagging. So you can easily select an image and then post it straight to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, straight from the app, or download it to your phone as well. Scrolling through here, you'll also be able to disclose NIL activities from the homepage, along with discover opportunities that we provide to you as a student athlete at Western Michigan. We'll get into that here more so in just a moment. And then you can also access all your shared team content and access the Storyteller playbook for educational material here in the app, all from the homepage of that influencer logo there at the bottom. So we're going to flip over here to my profile in the bottom left-hand corner and kind of walk through the app on the navigation bar from left to right. The profile tab will allow you to see, your details, your contact information, and then the social tab here will allow you to connect Instagram and Twitter with Influencer here as well. So you can do this as you register for Influencer, or you can do this retroactively in your profile. I will note this is key for building your brand and expanding your brand for more NIL opportunities. So once you connect, you'll be able to see your growth metrics here. You'll also be able to post those images that you're tagged in directly to social media as well. So this is going to be very important. And I will note for Instagram, that will have to be a business account that you connect. And we have some instructions on how to create your Instagram as a business account in the Storyteller playbook, which we'll get into here in a moment. Flipping over here to the Influencer Exchange. So this is going to be your one-stop shop for all NIL activity, that you have reporting. So no longer will you have to go and send an email or access the web on your computer. You'll go right here to Influencer, to the app, to the $ icon, and then easily disclose NIL activity by selecting that option or flipping over here to transactions and clicking the plus sign here. So very simple to disclose new activity here to compliance at Western Michigan. This form is going to be the same, throughout. So it's a templated form that you'll go in, enter the amount, the transaction name, the type, the date, contact information for the folks that you're working with for that transaction. And then, of course, you can add details and attachments. So if there is a screenshot, for example, of social media posts, you can add that there as well. And then the gift icon there at the top allows you to report a transaction that's an in-kind transaction, or one that doesn't necessarily mean that you made cash, in the transaction, but you may have had a discount code. You may have had free equipment or gear from a brand. You can report those transactions here as well in Influencer, which is going to be important for tax reporting at the end of the year. So when you submit that transaction, you'll attest to the information that Western Michigan enters on their end. They'll then generate a transaction within your transaction log in this screen here as well. Flipping over here to the initiatives, this is going to be a super important piece of Influencer. And you might be asking yourself, where do I get started with NIL if I don't have a ton of followers on social media, or I don't have kind of the first step on finding these transactions? Well, look no further. Here in the initiatives is going to be where you can do that in Influencer. So would definitely recommend, once you create your account, coming in here to the categories, exploring what you think you might be interested in, maybe merch and collectibles. Here, for example, you might want to create your own merchandise line or t-shirt or clothing brand, or you can use Spring here, which is an external app where you can view the initiative, read the description of the information here. That will then bring you to the Spring app to then complete your account setup. And I will note here, when you create your account setup with Spring, you will go ahead and use your .edu email that we have on file with Influencer. That way, any reporting or any transaction you make reports back automatically to Influencer. So Spring's a great example there in the merch collectibles. I think coaching, digital coaching, there's a great opportunity there with COVID-19 and the digital transformation of sports, really. But Coach Up is a great example of this where you can go in and see, again, the description, view that initiative, which allows you to download the app. And then from there, you can start creating coaching videos, sharing it with the community, and monetizing off those transactions. So a ton of different opportunities here. Fan connections is another one I like to point out. If you're interested in creating your own podcast, for example, as a student athlete, utilizing your voice, you can go ahead and download Blue Wire here, and then view that initiative, and then learn more about how you can report and create monetary transactions in the podcasting space. So the Content Hub here, second from the right icon on the bottom bar, is going to list out all galleries created within your team across the entire season. So here you can see all the images from this specific gallery. If you want to go in and celebrate your student athletes or your teammates and your coaches as well, for example, you can go into an image and share it directly to social media, even if you're not tagged in that image. So all images across the entire season will live here in the Content Hub. And then lastly, here is the Storyteller Playbook. So this is going to be a super important piece of Influencer where you can learn more about any topic you'd like in the NIL or content brand building space. So athlete monetization, for example, I can click into that example. I can learn more about group licensing. I can learn more about NFTs, things that are hot topics right now in collegiate athletics. You can learn more about brand building, social media best practices as well. You can learn from Jim Cavall, our founder and CEO of Influencer, in his Storyteller series here too. And then I mentioned that you will have to connect your Instagram account as a business account. If you just go ahead and search Instagram here in the search box, you'll see that 2.5-minute clip there in the middle. They'll provide you some instructions on how to convert that Instagram account as a business account. Alrighty, lastly, here is the 3 lines in the top left corner of the app, and then the support chat there in the middle. This will allow you to go in and send a message to folks on our support team over at Influencer. So any questions you have, technical difficulties you run into, or anything, our team's here to help you answer those questions. Alrighty, well, we're really excited for you all to start using Influencer to report transactions and access your team content. Western Michigan Athletics is taking a very student athlete first approach and providing you all with this opportunity. So we're excited for you all. Thank you so much, and let us know if you have any questions. Go Broncos.